Welcome to the Unveiled Epic Echoes channel. Today, we're diving deep into an unexplored historical mystery. In the far western stretch of Kansas, where amber waves of grain roll endlessly beneath a sky so wide it seems to echo with ancient whispers, there once existed a peculiar little settlement known to only a handful of map-makers and even fewer historians, a place called Meridian Hollow. A town unlike any other in America's forgotten past, for it was said to be the town where dreams paid the rent. The tale begins in the quiet summer of 1906, when a young cartographer named Hart, earnest and curious with eyes that held the gentle shimmer of prairie dawn, arrived in the region to update territorial maps for a government bureau. She had grown up hearing rumors from her grandfather, who swore that somewhere beyond the wheat fields lay a place built not on money or barter, but on dreams themselves, a claim she had always dismissed as fanciful storytelling until she stumbled upon a faded note tucked inside one of his old journals, a note with coordinates scribbled so lightly she almost missed them. Guided by that faint clue, she journeyed far from the main wagon routes, riding on horseback through soft, rolling hills that deepened into quiet valleys, until one evening, as the sun melted into hues of peach and gold, she saw it. A cluster of wooden buildings nestled beside a wind-carved ravine, glowing in the last rays of daylight as though summoned from memory itself. As she approached, she noticed something unusual. No sound of hammers, no barking dogs, no distant chatter, just a serene hush that felt both welcoming and uncanny. And when she entered the town's lone inn, she found a man seated at a desk in the entryway, calm and smiling with the peaceful wisdom of someone who had lived many lifetimes. He introduced himself as the keeper of Meridian Hollow, and when asked about lodging, he gestured toward a small booklet and said, "Your room rate will depend on your dreams." Blinked, unsure if she had misheard, but the man simply explained that in Meridian Hollow, residents shared their dreams in place of payment, for the town thrived on stories drawn from the hidden depths of the human mind, dreams that were collected, recorded, and used to keep the town alive in ways no ordinary economy could. Intrigued, she agreed, filling her room card with a brief summary of her most recent dream, one of wandering through a field of tall grass that whispered names she had never learned, and accepted it with a nod, filing it away in a cabinet filled with thousands of similar cards. That night drifted into a deep sleep, her dreams rich and vivid, and when she awoke, she felt oddly lighter, as though something within her had been gently lifted and preserved. The next morning, she set out to explore the town, discovering that every building held some connection to dreams. A bakery where loaves were infused with the calming sensations drawn from pleasant dreams. A library filled with volumes transcribed from generations of dream memories. And a small school where children learned to recognize the meaning hidden in their nighttime visions. As she wandered, she noticed a mural painted across the side of the old grain mill, depicting travelers from centuries past offering glowing threads to a large, radiant tree whose roots extended deep into the earth. An older woman named, sweeping dust from the front steps, explained that according to town lore, the tree had once stood in the heart of Meridian Hollow long before European settlers arrived, tended by a tribe whose name had been lost to time. A tribe that believed dreams were sacred messages left by ancestors, and that sharing them helped keep the balance between the living and the forgotten. Though the tree itself had vanished long ago, the tradition endured, shaping the identity of Meridian Hollow in ways outsiders could rarely understand. As days passed, felt herself becoming intertwined with the town's quiet rhythm, but her cartographer's instinct sensed something deeper lying beneath its calm surface, something hidden that tugged insistently at her curiosity. She noticed that, though kind and open, often paused before speaking about the town's origin, choosing his words with a delicacy that suggested unspoken truths. One night, during a thunderstorm that rolled across the plains like a slow-moving drumbeat, awoke to the sound of voices drifting through her window. She slipped outside and followed the murmurs to the old ravine, where she found, and several townsfolk gathered around a low stone circle carved with symbols she didn't recognize. In the center of the circle glowed a faint, swirling light, pulsing like the heartbeat of a sleeping giant. When she stepped closer, the glow sharpened into a shimmering pattern, threads of color weaving together into shapes that resembled dreams she had written down the night before. Noticed her and gestured for her to come forward, explaining softly that the stone circle was the true heart of Meridian Hollow, a sacred place where the dreams of residents were gathered and preserved, not simply for record-keeping but for protection. For centuries, he revealed, the land had served as a keeper of human memory, storing fragments of forgotten histories, long-lost cultures, and ancient wisdom within its soil. And it was only through the sharing of dreams that this delicate balance remained undisturbed. Without dreams to feed it, the land would fall silent, and the forgotten stories it guarded would be lost forever, swallowed by time. Listened in awe as confessed that the town had been built not for commerce or settlement, but as a guardian outpost, a place chosen by those who understood the land's power, who vowed to protect the hidden narratives buried beneath the plains. The dream-sharing system was not a quaint tradition, but a vital exchange. The townspeople offered their dreams, and in return the land revealed fragments of its own ancient memory. Suddenly the ground trembled gently, and the swirling light within the circle flared brighter, displaying images that flickered too quickly to understand. Tribes migrating beneath starlit skies, forgotten nations building monuments of earth and stone, civilizations rising and falling long before history books began their timelines. Felt a wave of clarity wash over her as if the land itself was letting her glimpse its memory, and she understood in that moment why her grandfather had whispered about Meridian Hollow with such reverence. He had been here once, offering his dreams to keep the ancient balance intact. As the storm eased and the glow dimmed, turned to her with a gentle but urgent plea. The world is changing faster than ever. The land grows quiet. We need someone to help carry our story forward. And with the weight of the unknown settling warmly into her chest, agreed. She stayed in Meridian Hollow for weeks, documenting its secrets in ways only she could, bridging the world of maps with the world of dreams, ensuring that the forgotten stories of the land would not fade. When she finally left, promising to return, she carried with her a small wooden box filled with her dream cards, each one humming faintly as though alive. And as she rode away across the prairie, she glanced back to see the town shimmering slightly, as if made of sunlight woven through memory. Meridian Hollow slowly faded from maps in the decades that followed, not because it vanished, but because it chose to be forgotten by all except those who truly listened. Those who understood that some places lived not on money or trade, but on the quiet power of dreams. And even today, some say that when the prairie wind sweeps across the western plains at dusk, it carries with it soft echoes of stories whispered by a town where dreams still pay the rent, a town guarding the oldest memories of America's hidden past, waiting patiently for the next dreamer to find it. This mysterious journey ends here, but stay tuned for more untold stories in our next video. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new stories. Thank you, and see you again.